What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. Today we see Nvidia stock continuing to rocket higher, making brand new all-time highs. Does that mean the rest of the Magnificent 7 stocks are also going to brand new all-time highs? First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. All right. First things first, I told you last night during the Nvidia technical analysis that we were getting that bull breakout towards the brand new all-time highs, and that means Nvidia stock can go a lot higher. So if you are still trying to short that stock, I cannot stress it enough that it is not worth it. That is a very fundamentally sound stock, and nobody knows exactly how high it's going to go. And if you've been following me for a while, you can probably think back towards 2021 when I was telling people not to short Tesla stock, and it just continued to go on a parabolic bull rally. This is very similar, so block out all of the noise of all of these people telling you that this stock is in a bubble and it's coming down in a big way. The chart does not imply anything about Nvidia stock coming down anytime soon, and I really want to help protect you from trying to short that stock because I know a lot of you are trying to short that stock, and I want to be one of those voices of reason to help you stop trying to short such a bullish stock. Just stop doing it, delete it off your watch list if you need to. It is not worth shorting something that is a bullish freight train. Go short crappy stocks like all of those stocks from China that just continue to break down and make new lows. So if you've shorted that stock and you're already sitting on massive losses for the year, it is very early in the year and you can still turn the ship around. Just stop doing what's not working, and shorting Nvidia stock is not going to be a winning strategy when it has so many bullish tailwinds. That's my message for you today, and I hope that can help you turn the ship around because like I said, it is very early in the year and this is the time you need to focus up and stay disciplined. All right, so jumping back over to SPY, it's very important to pay attention to this resistance at 475, and if we break through 475, there is a very good chance SPY will try to push towards that all-time high and the price target up there right around the 480s. However, if we reject 475, there's always the chance of the bearish scenario, and that could be a lower high that brings us down towards 458 to 460. So 475 is very important right now, and if we break through it, that's bullish, and if we get rejected from it and break the low down here at 467, that's your sign to get bearish. So we do have some catalysts coming up with some data releases, and usually the market likes to start moving once we get those data drops, even though the market likely already knows where it wants to go. And as traders, we couldn't care less where it goes. We're just going to watch the price action at these levels. That's why I give you 2 arrows and not just one. So rejection from 475 is your bearish scenario. Obviously, we'll need to break that support at 467. And the breakthrough 475 should be our all clear that we're going to try to attempt to make that brand new all-time high. Also pay attention to the chart because we do have the bull trend, and while we have the bull trend, the odds are in the bull's favor, which means you're going to have a better time or a simpler time buying near support levels and then trying to sell at resistance levels, and it's likely going to be more difficult to try to short because of the bullish trend. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 0.2% today, and the triple Qs did break through that resistance for the second day in a row at 404, and the price action is back above the rising 20 daily moving average, and we're very close to filling the gap above. Now, when it comes to this gap fill, it is possible we're going straight up to fill the gap, but if we do not fill the gap, that is actually really bearish that the bulls were not strong enough to fill that gap. So I'm going to be a lot more bullish once that gap actually fills. So above 404, stay bullish. It's as simple as that. And once we fill that gap, we need to see if we're going to get a sharp rejection. So the 2 scenarios in the triple Qs would be the breakdown below 404. And if we break down below 404, we come back down towards 396. And then below that, we likely test this next critical support zone right around 391. So the triple Qs are very close to some very strong support, which is going to increase the probability we get the bullish scenario, I believe, with the bull trend that we just continue to push higher towards the next price targets higher at 414 and 420. So I do believe the triple Qs are still very bullish, but obviously we need to manage our risk if we lose support, and the support levels to manage risk from will be 404 and 396. On the Dow Jones, we were down 0.44% today, and we're consolidating very tightly around the rising 20 daily moving average, which is also a critical support right around 374. If we cannot hold the rising 20 daily moving average, then we come down towards 370 to 367. And if we break through all of that, we go down towards 360. The Bollinger Bands are starting to squeeze, so a big move is coming, and that big move could be a bull breakout above 377 towards brand new all-time highs in the 380s. So the Dow Jones is consolidating, getting ready for a big move, and like I said in the introduction during the S&P 500 analysis, it's likely going to happen during the data drops. On the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, we were down 0.89% today as we're back down below all of the moving averages, which is increasing the probability we don't go fill that gap and we come back down towards the 50 EMA of support right around 189. So 189 is a very critical support if we start to sell off, and if we continue to bounce, we're looking for resistance right around that gap fill above 198. And if we break through that gap fill, then we come back higher towards 203 and 207. On the ARKK ETF, we were down 1.55% today as we filled the gap yesterday, and today it's starting to look like a rejection, and the price action is back below the moving averages yet again, which is increasing the chance we come down towards the rising 50 EMA just above 47. So 48 and 47 are going to be very critical supports, and if we break them, we're likely coming back down towards 45 to 44. On the VIX, we were down 2.3% today as the VIX continues to crush, which is continuing to tell us there's not a lot of fear in this market, and that is going to be more indicative of a bull market and a bull trend, so watch the VIX very closely, and if it continues lower, stay bullish. On Bitcoin, we're currently down 2.25%, and I told you yesterday we would likely reach that target at 47,500 because we did have the bull breakout, but I also told you that would be a good place to lock profits because I do believe we're getting a little overextended. Right now, you can see there are sellers at that level, so watch that level closely, and if we break that level, that means we're likely going to 50,000. I don't think we're going straight to 50,000 just yet, but watch the price action at that level, and you can stay bullish as long as we're above the breakout at 44,500. On Nvidia stock, we were up 1.7% today, and just yesterday during the Nvidia analysis, and you can go back and watch it again, I told you do not short this stock because it's very bullish and it's now getting a bull breakout to brand new all-time highs. And I told you from here it could run straight to 550, and that's why we have the giant green arrow. You could see the intraday high was 543, so we got very close to my price target. And I just can't stress it enough, there is no point trying to short this stock while it's getting a bull breakout to brand new all-time highs with very little resistance. You could see my price target at 532 did work because while we were above it intraday, we did not close above it. So if you want to manage your risk around a resistance or take profits, that's going to be a good one. However, these Bollinger Bands are expanding, so I still think we're going to get to 550. And of course, this is going to remain a volatile stock, but in the longer term, I do think it's trending higher, especially towards 600. So there's no other way to say it. This is a bullish stock and short it at your own risk. You're much better off just staying long or just watching it from the sidelines, and this stock is likely going a lot higher. If we get rejected from 532, watch this support zone right around 513. On Tesla stock, we were down 2.28% today, so this arrow continues to work because I told you below 244 we were likely going towards 230 and the gap fill at 225. There's no reason for me to change my prediction or my projection unless we break above 244, and if we break above 244, then I'll be looking for 255. On Apple stock, we were down 0.23% today, and Apple did close back over the 5 EMA for the second day in a row and back above 185 for the second day in a row, so I think we're heading higher towards 188 and then the gap fill just below 192. I am staying bullish on Apple unless it breaks down below 180, and if it breaks down below 180, I'm getting risk off, and I think Apple needs to be as simple as that right now. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, I've given you both scenarios and the critical risk levels to pay attention to, so your job is now to go make a trade plan and follow the price action around these levels. Remember, we're in strong bull trends, and stocks like Nvidia are breaking out to brand new all-time highs, and stocks like that do move the market. And if those stocks are breaking out, it's likely the indices are going to do so as well. They're just lagging behind. So be disciplined, be unbiased, and block out all of the noise. You should be only following your chart and the price action around these critical levels. It's really that simple. You do not need to know a single news article or a single person's opinion. Know your chart, understand your chart, and understand the price action around your chart and trade that. We are going to absolutely crush the market on Bang Trade Alerts, and we are already crushing the market on Bang Trade Alerts. So if you want to come crush the market with us, you can find out how to join Bang in the description of this video. If you want access to all of my intraday updates and thoughts and analysis, you can do that in the Stock Channel Discord server as well, and you can find out how to join that by clicking on the link below. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.